The divorce, part 2, part 1 down below. So, since yesterday's interaction, we have texted a few times. Here is what happened. Last night, she texted me saying that she went to a yoga class. I call BS. But whatever. She then texts me saying that, by the way, I am making better decisions. I say that good. Our daughter will only be better for your effort. She says, that's what I want. She says that she misses her terribly. That was it for the night. Today she called in the morning to talk to our daughter, and when she was going said that she would call me after her therapist appointment. I said okay. She just texted me that our insurance does not cover marriage counseling. She has a clause in her policy about it, which I can 100% verify. She asked that after she is done with the therapist, can she come over briefly? She says that I imagine we need to give the talk to our daughter now. I say that is fine. I feel like she is treating me like a dog. She throws down a steak that is close enough for me to smell, but not enough to eat. I feel like I am being used, like she is just keeping me in the game for her, so she can decide what she wants. Maybe she does not want to lose me as her backup, or maybe she does not want me to be mad at her. So, she came over last night after her therapy session. She wanted to talk to me about it and then talk to our daughter about the separation. She asked me to talk and she started with, I am sorry. I am sorry for how I have been acting the last week. I knew that I was telling you that I would not talk to him, but I did anyway. She said that this was not her. She was not that person. She said that she was not sure why she was doing it. She said that during therapy, she had a realization. She was doing it because she was angry at me. She said that, as bad as that sounds, and that she is not trying to justify it, but she is angry at me and that she did not want to give me anything. So, when I asked her to not contact him, she did not want to give me the satisfaction. So she called him. She then said that she is sorry that she did not call last night. She was in yoga. She said, I know that you don't believe me, but I was. I asked her what the text meant last night about making this better tonight. She said that she told Scott, she used his name, that she has to stop seeing him. She needs to focus on getting through this and cannot talk to him for a while. Of course, I do not believe this. She is acting like an addict with him, so I have no reason to believe that it will change. I cannot control it anyway, so what does it matter? She then wanted to talk about our daughter. We discussed custody, 1 week interval, which I have had her since Sunday. So this is my week. We told our daughter about the separation. It broke her heart. I broke mine, as well. My wife seemed to be sad but said she did not want to cry in front of her. I am sure that she cried on the drive home. My wife asked me to go to therapy with her today. My wife said that the therapist recommended it. I agreed. I am not sure what for, but at this point, I do not think it could hurt. I will let her start the session, so I can get an idea of where the session is headed. My wife played with our daughter for 20 minutes and then left. I called Joanne from the divorce busting line, since I had an appointment with her, and we went over all the things that happened. This was her breakdown of what she heard and what needs to be done. 1. Go dark. Get a life for myself. 2. Stand up more for me. 3. Stop pursuing. 4. Stop talking about reconciliation, unless she brings it up. 5. Since she mentioned that she was still physically attracted to me, the therapist wants me to focus on that. Work out, look good, smell good, get new clothes, etc. 6. Do not be there for her. She has too much confidence that I will be there for her whenever she needs. I need her to realize that I am moving on and that someone else will snatch me up. 7. Continue doing what I am doing for myself. The therapist said that we have already seen some small baby step improvements, like the fact that we are openly talking. We went to lunch together one-on-one and that she has not been as cold when she is around me, giving me a hug. She still calls me honey, as well. She apologizes afterwards, but she still does it. 8. She said do not act like a husband to her. I need to act not like a husband, since she is not acting like a wife. 9. The fact that my wife wanted, or agreed, to go to therapy with me is a positive. She said that if she had given up completely on the relationship, the last place she would want to go is therapy with me. Of course, she said go into therapy with a positive attitude, but very low expectations. The therapist said to look for these actions. She is being warmer with me. She is sharing experience with her treatment. She wants to talk on the phone, not text. She is calling her daughter on a regular basis. She is thinking about the family. She wants to spend time together as a family or just the two of us. She wants to come over our shared house more often. She wants to move back in. So, it looks like business as usual right now. I have gone completely NC with her. I have not reached out to contact her. I have only talked to her when it is about our daughter. I will post an update after therapy tonight. I have felt good yesterday and all day today. She has sent random emails all about our daughter. Custody agreements. She asked to call me about it. I told her not to call me because I was busy. I told her to call me after work. I was feeling good. Then I sent her an email asking her how her day was going. Stupid. I knew it was stupid when I hit send. I wanted to recall the email, but it was already sent. Stupid me. I am set on the method. I just do not want her to think that I hate her. I feel like that would make it worse. I know that I should not have emailed her. It just brings me back in the games, just stupid. I went to the attorney today and we drew up an MSA, which I will give to her tonight for review. She wants to meet tonight to talk about how we will handle custody. Since we are doing 50-50, she was trying to get some crazy schedule and then arguing with me when I told her I was not okay with that method. She then yelled at me last night because she claims that our daughter asked her to stay with her longer. I told her no, I want her 50% of the time. She then yelled about how I was taking what I wanted over what our daughter wants. I said she is 4 years old. Crazy. Now she cares about our daughter's thoughts. She did not care when she was breaking our family up to go sleep with this man. So, I gave her the MSA that was prepared by my attorney last night. We talked about child custody arrangements for a few minutes. The night before, the wife claims that our daughter told her that she wanted to stay with mommy 4 days and daddy 3 days. I told her, the wife, that I was not okay with that. She flipped out. How dare I put my wants above my daughter? Okay, crazy. So yesterday we met to talk to each other about it and ask our 4-year-old what she wanted. My daughter said, I want daddy 3 days and mommy 3 days. Then the wife was like, you don't want mommy 4 days and daddy 3. She was trying to get her to agree with her. My daughter said, no, I want mommy 3 days and daddy 3 days. God bless her. So, I stopped the conversation there. I was cold and emotionless with her. I bordered on being rude, too, which I need to control. So, we left and we did not talk the rest of the night. She called to say goodnight to our daughter and that was it. I found out that she went out with this other man last night. She has already told her parents about him. Her mother freaked out on her. It has been 16 days since we split and she is already going out with someone. Her mom was not happy about it. Her mom wants to talk to me tomorrow. So, we are meeting up to talk. I told her mom yesterday that I would be filing the divorce. So, last night as we are going to sleep, my daughter says, Daddy, let's pray that mommy and you can sleep in the same bed with me. Of course, I pray with her. I go to drop her off at school this morning and her teacher tells me that she has been crying for me and that she has asked her teacher to pray at school. She goes to a Catholic daycare for mommy and daddy. I emailed the wife a few times today. First was the MSA that I gave a physical copy to her yesterday with some changes based on the custody talk yesterday. Second was to tell her about the instance with our daughter and praying. And the third was for outstanding bills due. Her responses were, first, I'm going to give you my final word on it within the next day or two. Second, that breaks my heart. I'm sorry to hear it. It really does break my heart, even more than not having her every day. Have you been talking to her? Every time I try to, she changes the subject. To which I responded, yes, I have talked to her. She changes the subject, but it is obviously affecting her. To which she responded, I just found some child psychologists. I don't know if they are covered or not under my insurance, but I'm going to call them today. I really think it would benefit her to talk to a professional. I have not responded again. Third, I'll go over this on my lunch break. Also, I am going to make sure I'm right about this. But I believe if I remove you this month from my insurance, that you'll still be covered for 30 days. If this is how it works, then I'll go ahead and submit the paperwork today. Okay, thanks. I feel really good right now. Last night I knew she was out with that guy and it only bothered me a little, whereas a week ago I would not have been able to sleep. It is a good feeling. I do feel really good about giving her the MSA. I feel like I got some of my power back and now she knows I am not going to be her plan B. I am moving full steam ahead with a divorce with or without her desire for it. She just emailed me about the psychologist for our daughter. I called a few child psychologists on my lunch break, and the one that just called me back told me that children as young as 18 months can go in for emotional therapy. So, she would be able to go in. However, she would need to talk to us first, because she says we are the biggest influences, obviously, on how she'll deal with something like divorce. I am not sure if my insurance will cover this, though if they covered the marriage counselor, I'm not sure why they wouldn't. I'm assuming they cover mental health sessions for up to 8 visits. I will try to call to find out for sure. Hopefully this time, I'll be able to reach someone more knowledgeable than last time. If it's not covered though, I'll just foot the bill. Would you be willing to talk to this lady with me? Maybe on November 2nd. I would go sooner, but if it's not covered by insurance, then I won't be able to pay until that date. I responded with a simple "that's fine." She replied to me with "okay." Then, I will email her to set up an appointment. No response from me. So, last night my STBX mom wanted to talk to me. We met at my daughter's school. We talked for about 45 minutes. She told me that this is not her daughter. She is lying to her. She is arguing all the time. The mom is telling her that she needs to get her crap together. She is telling her that she has a young daughter and that she cannot believe that is already dating some guy she does not know within 1 week of being separated. She is disgusted with her. She said that she, my wife, does not listen, just argues about it and says that she knows that everyone thinks she is the bad guy. She has been lying about where she is going to her mom and brother, who both know what the hell she is doing. It felt nice talking to her because she seems to be on my side of this, obviously, and I told her that I do not want, nor expect her to choose my side of things. I want her to know the full story. I told her that this guy has been in the picture far longer than she knows. The mom was under the impression that she just met the guy. I told her about the texts, the date, the condoms, the phone calls, the lying, everything. She said that the wife has been saying things about me, but she knows that they are untrue. Since she saw how I treated my wife, she knows that I treated her like a princess. Her mom thinks that she is being selfish and she is not being a good mom. Overall, it helped me a lot. I know that others are seeing the way she is acting and are not blaming me for this. Obviously, I had a part in the downfall of the marriage, but how she has handled it lately, everyone she loves is sickened by it. So, I left with my daughter and thanked my mother-in-law for talking to me. We went home and went to bed. This morning, the wife called me 2 times within 2 minutes. I did not see her call, so I did not answer. I called her back and got no answer. She called about 15 minutes later and I answered like usual. She said, "I called you and you did not answer." I responded with, "I was asleep and I called you back." She asked if I was mad at her. I said, "Yes, of course I am." She said, "Why?" "I have not done anything. I have not even communicated with you." I responded simply with, "You know what you did. There is no reason to talk about it anymore." She responded with, "Unbelievable." She then asked to talk to our daughter and that was it. I was not rude or anything. I did not bring up any of the reasons I am upset with her. I left it at that. I told her that there is no reason to talk about it. I feel like I am taking crazy pills. Does she honestly think that I am not going to be upset with her? Does she think that I am going to answer the phone and be buddy with her or something? Is this a typical response from someone in the fog? She has gone bat crap crazy. On a side note, we are going to therapy for our daughter next week. The therapist wants to see us before he sees our daughter. I am sure that he is going to talk about how we feel towards each other to get an idea of where we are at emotionally. Is it wise? Mind you, I would not turn down a reconciliation if it was genuine, but I am not hoping nor striving for that. I honestly do not know if I could forgive her, to tell her and him exactly how I feel. I want to say that she is a cheater, is a liar, is being selfish, is only thinking between her legs, essentially a W, does not realize the ripple that she is causing. She does not realize all the people that are being affected by this. All she cares about is herself and this guy. That she has lost the respect of most of the people that love her unconditionally. She thinks that everyone is stupid and going to fall for her pathetic lies. Late night yoga class, yeah right. She leaves a marriage and immediately jumps into bed with some guy who would poach a married woman. What kind of scumbag would do that? She even lied and said that she would not see this guy because she does not want our daughter to be disappointed in her. Liar. Would this do any good? Would be honest about how I feel possibly shake her up at all? Or will it fall on deaf ears and just make it seem like I was jerk? She is acting the victim here. She is the victim because she had to inconvenience herself by removing the link between our devices. She had to go out of her way to protect her privacy, which she thought I was invading. She expected me to come in and plead with her or fight her, persecute her, about removing it, so that way she could fight me back. Or is it so she can feel justified for being in the victim position, because I am the mean warden that has kept her from being happy, therefore reinforcing her idea that she was the victim throughout this whole ordeal? Bad today. So, I am moving out of our place this week. She moved out to her parents and I just do not want to stay in this place anymore. Too many memories. I feel like I will not move on while staying in the marital home. I have been feeling good the last few days. Today I have been down in the dumps. I am moving all our stuff. I found our wedding photos. Really put me into a funk. Ah well. I then found the OM Facebook page. He is the biggest douche I can possibly imagine. I know affairs have nothing to do with the betrayed. I have a hard time not comparing us. He is definitely a step down, in appearance at least. She still shows married on her profile and he still shows single on his. They are not friends on Facebook. So, a few things. 1. The other day I broke down and texted a mutual friend. It is my STBX best friend from childhood. I told her that I just wanted to know what she thought I should do. Should I go forward with the divorce or have hope this will work? She explained that she loves me and that she cannot get in the middle. She said that she does not talk about it with my wife, either, because it has gotten to the point that it is at. I do not believe her, but whatever. She told me that she thinks I need to move on, stop fighting and just be a good dad. Obviously, she is only hearing my STBX side of things, so I am sure she is making me out to be a monster. I instantly regretted sending her a message as soon as I hit send. Momentary lapse of reasoning and judgment. I texted the friend back saying I am sorry that I contacted her. I should not have put her in that position and I respect her honesty. I told her that it will not happen again. Of course, she told the wife that I contacted her. The wife has not said anything to me about it. I found out from my mother-in-law, who is still very upset with the wife. Just utterly stupid on my part. What the hell was I thinking? That I would get an unbiased opinion from her. Really stupid. So, that was Monday. On Tuesday, I get an email from the STBX. She sent it to me, her brother, her brother's girlfriend, and my sister, saying, "Hey guys, my coworker sent me this. I've never considered using an absentee ballot, but I just sent out for one. We'll see if it works, but thought I'd send it out to you guys, in case you found it appealing as well." So, I sent an email back to everyone else except her asking them why the hell she would send this crap to me. Does she think we are friends? My sister's response, who was a WW, was, "I think she is trying to keep everyone happy with her. She probably feels the distance and disconnect from the people who she was close to when she was with you. This is one of the things she probably didn't consider when she ran from the marriage." Opinion. I tend to agree with what she said, but other opinions would be great. Today I am going to go trick-or-treating with my daughter. STBX, her best friend and fiancé. Should be a whole boatload of fun. I will just be positive and stay with my daughter. I plan to socialize with them and show her that she is not bringing me down. What do you all think? How should I act with her? She has shown no sign of any reconciliation or desire to reconcile. Thank you all. Lastly, tonight I move into my new place, which I am super excited about. Getting out of the marital home will be a blessing. On a side note, I went over No More Nice Guy, and it was like peering into my life. There is so much from that book that I do it is scary. I have a lot to work on. The way I am starting to look at this situation is that I was given my STBX so I can learn to be a better person. I have read so much that I know I will be a better person regardless of what happens. So, last night, I went to the STBX best friend house for trick-or-treating. I get there, on time, and of course, my STBX is late. I sit there with the best friend, awkward, and two people I do not know. She shows up about 20 to 25 minutes late. My daughter comes to me. I give her a hug, my daughter, and the STBX says hey. I say hello back. That is it. My daughter and I play while her friends get our wagon packed with drinks. The STBX gets a drink, but I decline. We start walking to the houses. I have our daughter, while she is talking to her friends. This is the entire night. About 2 hours of me having our daughter, and my daughter not trying to have mommy do anything. She wants me, while the wife just laughs it up with her friends. I am in a good mood throughout the evening. I talk to a few of her friends. Nothing deep, but I show that I was in a good mood. On a few occasions, our daughter would go to a house with the wife's best friend, so I would stand on the street watching her. The wife would come stand behind me, but not say anything. She would just stand there. Then a few times she tried to start small talk with me, like what time are you leaving for Orlando? I am taking our daughter there for her 4th birthday this weekend, or what time will you be home, etc. I give her one word or very short answers and I move on. I do not engage her at all. I was talking to her best friend's fiancé about the Walking Dead TV show and he is a season behind. She steps in, we used to watch the show together, and gets in the conversation. I do not address her at all. I continue with the conversation we were having and then I move on. At some point in the night, our daughter complains that she is thirsty and hungry. The wife says we will get you a drink shortly. 15 to 20 minutes later, nothing. I get upset. I do not show it externally, and say I am taking her back to the best friend's house to get a drink. The wife then tries to get the candy that I am holding, so she can help, and I tell her I got it. She argues, so I just put it down and say, here you are. She gives me some line about how it is unbelievable that I won't let her help me. Bull crap. She was not doing a damn thing all night and now she wants to help because I am taking our daughter to go have a drink and something to eat. Which you is the neglectful piece of crap that you have not done. Okay, I find out that she has not had anything to eat, drink or restroom since she left school about 3 hours earlier. Obviously, I am livid with this. What a selfish piece of crap. She does not even have our daughter use the restroom. What the hell was she doing for that time? She had to pick her up before 5:30 and she did not get to the event until 7. It is only 25 minutes away, so that left her a whole hour to do this crap. Complete BS. So, I walk our daughter to the house. The best friend's parents let me in and they get her some milk. 25 minutes later, the wife and her friends show up. I tell the wife I gave her milk. I give my daughter a huge hug, tell her I will see her in a few days, and I walk towards my car. I tell everyone goodbye in general. I do not say goodbye person to person, especially to the wife. And I leave. I text the best friend, thank you for having me. I had a wonderful time, to which she responded, good. I am glad that you had a blast. I get to my house, my wife's brother is staying with me, since she took over his room at home, and he is on the phone with my mother-in-law who is, of course, complaining about my wife. She is lazy, being a slob, borrowing money, etc. She complained about this guy again, the mother-in-law. She asked the wife what she saw in him and this was her response. 1. He is a runner. He wakes up at 5 a.m. and is running by 5:15. 2. He does not drink. Now, mind you, I decided to get a background check on this piece of crap, since I do not trust she will not expose my daughter to him, and he has done some shady things in the past. Overall, last night was good. I spent time in the same vicinity as the wife. I realized a few things. 1. I have no attraction to her right now. I mean none. When I used to see her, all I thought about was how gorgeous she was and how physically attracted to her I am. Well, I felt nothing last night. She actually disgusted me. 2. She only cares about herself. She is so selfish. She is not the woman that I knew and loved. So, I guess it was a good thing. Makes moving on a hell of a lot easier knowing that I have no feelings for her right now. Crap, what a day already. So, last night I see the wife posted on her blog. Dearest, I seriously dread interacting with you. You are incredibly abrasive with me. I did not hate you before, but we are definitely making our way there. What would be better, apathy or dislike? I myself can't decide. I do not know if she knows I read this. It is a personal blog. So, I call the wife this morning to talk to our daughter and I am nice to her and cheerful to her. We talked for a minute. I cracked a little and told her that it is very difficult to talk to her and be happy. I told her that I care for her and want to be friendly for the sake of our daughter. I told her that if she needed to talk to someone about anything, she can call me. She said she really appreciated that and she did feel that she could not talk to me and that she was dreading every interaction with me. She said that she understands why I feel that way. That was all for the phone call. She emailed me later in the morning. Hey, so as I was talking to her teachers about A's trip with you, I realized that I did not pack her costume. So, I quickly tried to call my mother so that she could bring it with her to work and I could pick it up from there. Then she tells me she didn't finish sewing it. She wasn't sure when the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween trip was. She knew you were going to Orlando this weekend. I guess she thought there was a separate trip for the Orlando Halloween thing. I don't know. Anyways, I have 2 questions. 1. Would you be able to pick up her costume tomorrow? If not, no big deal. I'll just drive down, pick it up, and drop it off at your place. I was trying to leave for Orlando right after work so that I'd get some time with my aunt tonight, and that would obviously delay me. So, I figured I'd ask. But of course, A's happiness and well-being is my #1 priority. So I would not hesitate to do the extra driving. Just let me know. 2. I'll have to talk to my mother later about how long she needs for the Rapunzel costume, but if she can finish it tonight. Would you want to wait and pick it up tomorrow? Or just have me, if I'm dropping off a costume tonight, drop off Snow White? My response: hey, there is no need for the costume. The Halloween party ends tonight, actually. There is no need for you or your mom to anything for the costume. Enjoy your trip. Please give my best wishes to your aunt. Side note, her aunt has stage 4 cancer and is going into a 3rd chemo treatment. Talk to you soon. She responded with, really? Then she won't get to go trick or treating there. I've been telling her she would be. I'll have to break it to her that I was wrong. Never too young for her to get used to me saying that. Well, okay then. I'll let my mother know. She was in a panic. I'll let my aunt know you said so. One last question and then I'll leave you alone. May I meet you guys at the school just to say goodbye and safe travels? To which I responded, yes, unfortunately, it ends today. That is fine if you want to meet us at school tonight. Have a great day. Final response from her. Okay, thanks. Then I'll see you at her school to say goodbye to her. If you have a moment, I'd really appreciate just a text when you are on your way over so that I leave right away and don't keep you guys waiting. But if you don't have the time to, I'll leave at 5 same as usual. So, here are my thoughts. I feel like I have to do the 180, which I have been. I need to not initiate contact with her. Again, I have been. Unless it is about our daughter. But, when she initiates contact with me, I should seem happy and cheerful. I should not give one-word grumpy answers. I need to be firm, but also happy. Right, the way I see it is, if I am nice, but set boundaries that will not allow her to walk all over me, then she will start to miss me. Now she doesn't because to her it is an awful experience to talk to me. So it is just making it worse. And possibly want to reconcile. I guess my issue is how I do be nice. Yet still distant. I may have gone overboard with the hey, have a great day. Crap, I have to learn to be nice and civil, but also dispassionate. I also need to control my expectations. I got bummed today because I was expecting a response that would indicate some affection. I know that I should not have thought that, but I cannot help it. I need to learn to give without the expectation of getting in return. Comment, here's the thing, if you nice it up can be done without expecting, hoping for something in return, then it's fine. But, clearly, it's not fine. You're not ready for that. Cool, firm, dispassionate. No need to be impolite, but no need to make her comfy. OP responds, you do not need to say anything about it. I know it. I know that it is a huge issue. It is an issue that I never realized I had. I know that, throughout my both intimate and platonic relationships, I would give something, affection, gifts, anything, with the subconscious understanding that I would get something back for it. As above, I need to deprogram that from me. It is hard though. I know that it is wrong. I will continue to nice it up for the sake of our daughter. I am not planning on being friends with her. I am planning to instead of being abrasive and abrupt with her, I will be friendly, but firm. I do not plan to grovel or beg her for a second chance. I will stay friendly, though, for now, since I do think that it is the best for my daughter. If I see that being nice is causing me to still hope for something, I will stop immediately. I think being out of my house this weekend will help, as well. We are switching to a week-at-a-time schedule, which means I will not need to see her at all, since I will pick up my daughter from school directly. Really, I think I need to get out of my head right now. 2 days ago, I was fine. I genuinely was disgusted by her actions. Now, I am pinning for her again. What the hell? My comment. Part 3 coming today as well, and for some of you guys out there, be patient with this story. Trust me, it gets better. See you in the next part, signing off.